Hey YouTube, Kira Twig here, bringing you guys an update to my Predaplant deck profile for May 2017. We got new support for this deck in Maximum Crisis, and the support was really good. I was actually excited when I read about the stuff. It actually speeds up the consistency of the deck a lot, which is what I'm happy for, because what the deck needed the most was just cards on the field for Summon Out Starved Venom Fusion Dragon. Without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the deck profile. To start off, we're running 3 of the new Predaplant Orphrus Scorpio. You could call this card the Terratop of the deck just because it adds so much speed. If it's normal or special summon, you can basically send 1 monster from your hand to the graveyard to special summon 1 Predaplant monster from your deck, except for Orphrus Scorpio. I really hope I'm pronouncing that right. If not, I apologize. You can only use the effect once per turn. So one, you can get Predaplant monsters into the graveyard to use later on and get your special summon play off there to go for other Predaplant monsters. You can either go for one that's the same level as Scorpio and go for an XYZ play, or you can get your 2 monsters out on the field and easily go for a special summon for a fusion monster. And the one target you'll go for the most is Predaplant Darlingtonia Cobra. This card, when it is special summoned by the effect of a Predaplant monster, you can add 1 polymerization spell card or fusion spell card from your deck to your hand. You can only use the effect once per turn. This card will search out the spell card you need. So using this with Scorpio is basically a 1 card go-to for Star Venom. All you have to do is ditch the 1 card for Scorpio to use, but you don't really minus yourself because you're getting the search off of Darlingtonia as well, Cobra, to get the polymerization card to use. So it's a great go-to way to get out your main combo play in the deck, which is fusion summoning. And I also run 2 of the new Predaplant Cordyceps. During your standby phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard to target 2 level 4 or lower Predaplant monsters in your graveyard. Special summon them. Also, for the rest of this turn, you cannot special summon monsters except for fusion monsters, or normal summon or set monsters as well. So if you already have your resources on the field, like let's say Starving Venom, and this is in your graveyard, this helps immensely. So you can either get out Chimera Rafflesia or Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon, depending on what your play to go for is. Just very easy to make use of with this card, which is why I like running 2 of it. And sticking to the old support, we run 3 Predaplant Clemencedu still. Monsters with Predaplant counters you choose as fusion materials are treated as dark, and during your main phase you can fusion summon 1 dark fusion monster from your extra deck using this card on the field, and monsters from your hand, field, and or graveyard with Predaplant counters, or monsters your opponent control as fusion. Yeah, I cannot talk today. I apologize greatly for that. I am slurring all of my words. But the fact that you can use your opponent's monsters that have Predaplant counters on them really helps with the deck, and he's very much easily searchable as well. Now with Scorpio, he just helps speed up the deck so much. You can make full use of this card for the fusion plays if you can't get access to your spell cards. Honestly, as a quick little thing, just try saying Predaplant 3 times. It is very difficult. If you say Predaplant 3 times fast, and more than a doubt you're going to slur your words. But otherwise, moving on to Predaplant Drysulfilim Hydra. Just another additional special summon of this card by tributing a monster on either player's side of the field with a Predaplant counter. Very good card because you can basically get it to your side of the field by tributing one of your opponent's monsters. You could say it's like the kaiju of this deck, just for the easy resources that you can take care of to get this guy out. And like I said, you need most of the time just monsters on the field for your fusion plays. And 2 Predaplant Flytrap. Once again, when it is once per turn, you can target 1 face-up monster your opponent controls to place 1 Predaplant counter on it. And if its level is 2 or higher, it becomes level 1 as long as it has the Predaplant counter. And at the start of damage step, when this card battles a monster with an equal or lower level, you can destroy that monster. So this card alone can help get rid of a lot of pesky things, but also giving your opponent that Predaplant counter helps for a lot of other monster card effects that I just mentioned as well, including Hydra and Clemencedu. And one of my favorite once again, I told you, this is very difficult to constantly say that card. Seranciant. This is a hand trap one, which is very nice for the special summon, and then when it is destroyed by battle, you destroy the monster that attacked it, and you also get a search off with this card as well, which is why I really like making use of this card. It can protect you at times, and also give you searches you need for your plays next turn. And to wrap up the Predaplant monsters, I run 2 Predaplant Yugioh. It's a level 4 monster, and if this card is normal or special, you can target one face-up monster your opponent controls and place 1 Predaplant counter on it. And if its level is 2 or higher, it becomes the same level 1 basis with basically Flytrap in mind. And after damage calc, if this card battled a monster with an equal to or lower level, you can special summon 1 Predaplant monster from your deck except Yugioh. So another quick search way to get out monsters on your field. It's a different way because it has the attack power, but 1800 attack is still very good in my opinion for that mechanic. And I also run 3 Lone Fire Blossom just for the search of your monsters. You can basically go into Orpheus Scorpio with this card and then get off the plays there because he just has to be normal or special summon, and then you can get off the effect, which is really helpful with Lone Fire Blossom in the deck. And 2 Evil Swarm Mandragora. I actually was told to run Black Crow, I think is the name of the card. Someone can comment down below and correct me on the card. It was a level 1 monster that easily to special summon. But if you have that card, you can put it in. Otherwise, I still like Mandragora just for the easy special summon of a dark plant type monster on the field. And all your opponent has to do is control more monsters than you. Also helps with Exceed plays as well, which is the one reason I do like to keep Mandragora in the deck. And now moving on to spells, I run 3 Polymerization, pretty much standard. It's searchable now in the deck too, which makes it great, but I still like to run 3 just because you need them for your fusion plays when you're not going with Clemansadoo for the fusion summon. Very good card, pretty standard there. 2 Preda Pruning. It is basically a premature burial for Predaplant monsters. You target a Predaplant in your graveyard, special summon it, and equip it with this card. When it leaves the field, destroy that monster. It doesn't negate the effect, which is awesome, so you can, use whatever you get back from the field with this card. Very good card to use. And 3 Predaponics. It is a continuous spell card, and once per turn you can special summon 1 level 4 or lower Predaplant monster from your hand or graveyard, but it has its effects negated even if this card leaves the field. Once per turn during your standby phase, pay in her life or destroy this card. Just another quick resource to get monsters on the field, but it doesn't, restrict you with the monster loss effect like Preda Pruning does. It'll just, have that monster out with its effect negated, but you're going to use it for the fusion play most of the time anyway, so there's no problem there. And 3 Allure of Darkness, just for draw power, going through the deck pretty fast with this, since pretty much all the cards except for Lone Fire Blossom, obviously, are dark monsters. And I still like to run the 1 Refusion just to get back fusion sources. It's probably also one of the quickest ways I can get out Greedy Venom, aside from the new monster, Cordyceps. To get it out using Starving Venom, getting it with this card, then fusion summoning. And 1 Upstart Goblin, 1 1-for-1, and 1 Dark Hole to finish off the main deck. Not running any more traps actually. I like relying on just a spell card search just so I can go for my monsters faster and then rely on big monster field plays to be my game winner for the deck. And that is it for the main deck. We'll move on to the extra. I run 2 Starving Venom Fusion Dragon, pretty much standard. Might even bump it up to 3 just with how fast the consistency for getting this guy out has been raised. He has the monster effect, negate effect, and the attack boost as well, making it very good. And if this fusion card destroyed, you can destroy all special summon monsters your opponent controls, so pretty much a ticking time bomb as it sits on the field as well. And 2 Greedy Venom Fusion Dragons. You need 1 Predaplant monster and 1 Dark monster whose original level is 8 or higher, which in this case is Starving Venom, obviously, to get this guy out. Very good, just for the sense that he can negate 1 thing on the field. It must first be fusion summoned, and once per turn you can target a face-up monster on the field until the end of the turn. Change that card's attack target to 0. Also, it has its effects negated, and if this card is destroyed and sent to the graveyard, you can banish 1 fusion monster from your graveyard to special summon this card back. So a great way to bring this guy back, and he'll also destroy, I think, all special summon monsters as well, which is actually to destroy as many monsters on the field as possible, so it's even better than Starving Venom. So getting this guy out fast also makes for some quick and destruction-based plays. Also, 2 Chimera Rafflesia, just like last time still. Just 2 Predaplant monster and 1 Dark monster. Very easy to get this one out. And then for the Xyz, 1 Cowboy, 1 Castell, 1 Arc, and 1 Dweller for the level 4s. Might bump the 3s up higher, because I only have 2. Could only find 2 at the moment, just because it's easier to get out rank 3s with this deck using like I said, Cobra and Scorpio plays. So I might bump this down 4 more 3s. It's just, like I said, preference at the moment. And 1 Grand Pulse and Leviair. I might throw in just a couple more, staple rank 3 monsters. And then for the level 1 plays, Princess Sprite works good with the plant effect, 1 Dullahan, and 1 Utopia Roots. But other than that, that is it for the deck profile. I hope you all enjoyed the update to the Predaplant deck. Definitely been a fun deck to try and make use of. Other than that, please don't forget to like and subscribe, and Kira Twig out.